What up, what up, what up, what up? Welcome back to the table where everybody eat. Y'all know what to do. Hit that like button for your boy. And if it's your first time to the channel, hit the subscribe button and notification bell. That way you don't miss out on the plays and updates we bring to you guys each and every day in the market. Now, this right here isn't a hype video and it's not a prediction video. It's simply a levels update because IBRX is approaching an area where price has to decide. And if you trade structure instead of noise, y'all already know how I get down with the levels, and this video will make sense if you stay through to the end. This actually is the third follow-up on IBRX, and it's intentional because I've been waiting to see how price reacts or how price moves ever since we had that massive run-up from the first video around that $3 area to as high as I believe like $8, $8.30. We'll see when we get over to the chart. But when price compresses like this, the levels matter more, not less. So my thesis hasn't changed overall from the second video that I made on IBRX. I'm just updating the map so we can know how to move going forward. Which brings us over to the daily time frame on Immunity Bio Incorporated, ticker symbol IBRX. And as you see, we're going to start with the most important level on the chart, which is this 552 area, right about here. And as long as price holds above this 552 area, buyers still control structure. Below it, rallies become reactions, not trends. And now we wouldn't know if it's a dead cat bounce or what. The repeated defense here, that tells us that this isn't a random level at all. Because if I were to go to a lower time frame, such as the 4-hour time frame, you can see here, there's that resistance right there that we had from last Friday. But once we got above, we held. But coming back down, we got 1, 2 touches of that 552 range. However, we also have this consolidation going on right about here to where buyers are actually holding this thing up and remaining controlled. And then as you see, we are now getting back above that 615 area, which was the resistance or the target area. Well, it was a target area then. Now it's more of a decision zone. It's not a target area at this point anymore. But as you see on the 4-hour time frame, we've seen it on the daily as well. But on the 4-hour, we could see how we actually held above in the after hours of that 614, 615 zone or whatnot. We held it, we maintained acceptance above this zone. It opens room for continuation towards this 667, but ideally, I'm gonna just say 630 to 645. We could probably just go ahead and say it opens continuation to the psych level of 650. And then if we reject there, that doesn't mean that it's actual failure. Also, at the same time, when we do get there to that range, if we reject at 650, it could simply be a reaction. And once again, not like a actual failed breakout attempt. However, on the downside, if we were to say, let's say, reject that area there on the 4-hour time frame, or any lower time frame for sure, but if we were to reject that area on the 4-hour time frame and then lose at 615, we have to be mindful of this 552 zone because then now once we lose that area, that changes structure because if we lose the 552 and then reject off the 552 after rejecting, let's just say we'll draw 650 and let's just say we get here, boom, we reject, we come back down, and then now we get to this 550 and reject and come back down, then that right there is a change of structure and it's not emotion. That's now information for us to move and piggyback off of. In which I mentioned this last week in the Discord about that 550, 530 area, actually, to be exact. I said how we consolidated for a week above the 530 demand and built the base around 630 thus far. Buyers are holding more shares than what's traded. This here was a week ago when we were trading around 744, showed how we gapped up, we held this range here, and then boom, there you go. This is on Weeble, but it's still around the same thing as you guys seen on TradingView. And yes, there are catalysts that people will talk about, but catalysts don't override structure. They only accelerate what price is already positioned to do. And above support, catalysts help continuation. But low resistance, they usually fade off. So there are only two scenarios that really matter in this situation. Scenario one, price holds above this 550 and accepts above 630 and structure stays constructive to go higher and possibly get above 667. And then as you can see, we got this little slope trend right here. And what I'm going to do live in effect, I like that interjection right there. So 711 possibly. to, I'm gonna just say 7:30 or 7:35. But we could just say, yeah, 7:11 to 7:35. I just made it up right here. It's in the day. So let's just say once again, if price holds above this 5:30, I mean 5:30. I'm sorry. I'm still thinking about the Discord. If price holds above this 550 area, and then the 615 to 630 area accepts, and we get above that psych area right there at 650, then 667, that's where we could continue up. Scenario two, though, is if price loses this 550, right? Like I had stated earlier, let's just say price lose 550, and then it fails to reclaim that 550, right? Comes back to this line in the sand at that 494, cycle level of $5. Now we just got to be patient to see if we come back to fill up this October 24 gap area to provide more liquidity in this whole range, right? So, with that being said, if we were to fail to reclaim, like I say, this here becomes a patience trade because now we have to see how we react in this area here, give us some more liquidity, and then possibly go back up to the upside. No bias at all. We're gonna respond to whatever the chart give us because, like I tell you guys, we already know we trade structure, not hype. We don't chase green candles. We don't FOMO. We don't do none of that, man. So this here is not a call to buy or sell. All I was doing in this video is giving you guys guidance, so you're not trading headlines or you're not just guessing. Also, it's been over a week or so since the last update, and again, I was patiently waiting so I could see what price is doing and then give you guys an update on what I see. None of this is financial advice, by the way. It's all just my opinion. Again, no bias or any of that. So save the levels, let price come to you, and I'll update y'all again if the structure changes. But appreciate you guys for watching this video. Hit that like, hit that subscribe, share this video to your people, man. If you like the content that I deliver and what I bring, say more, all that good stuff, man. But once again, thank you for watching this video. Much love. We out.